This is Terraria, but if one of us die, all of us die. Last time we were fighting all the mechs and we only managed to defeat the twins. So today we're going to take on those mechs again while our lives are tied together. Welcome to Terraria Shared Life.
Oh, right, we're playing Lifelock. Did you remember that? I didn't.
I did forget.
I forgot. I thought we were just having fun, but no. We're playing Lifelock.
Lifelock! This literally happens every single time that we play Terraria Shared Life. We always forget what we're even playing until at least the first death. Also, forget what's happening in the upper right corner. That's explained in a different video. It'll go away later. Don't worry about that for now. I just forgot that it was there. And your eyes don't deceive you, a solar eclipse was happening the moment that we got on. Apparently, some of the boys were sticking around after most of us, or at least I, got off last time, so now we have to deal with a solar eclipse. And I'm actually here to say that the harp might be an underrated weapon. I hardly ever see anybody use it. Do you use the harp? Is everybody using it and I just didn't know about this? Because the harp, it's actually pretty good at crowd control stuff. Like the solar eclipse, when they lined up pretty well, it works really good. And also a blood moon happened immediately after the solar eclipse, which is a classic, right? Classic. And at this time, two of the boys were on, so we were still missing Billy, our summoner, but because there was a blood moon, we actually thought to ourselves that the Dread Nautilus might not be a bad idea, so we went to the ocean to fight the Dread Nautilus to get ourselves a Sanguine Staff, you know, the summoner weapon, for our summoner, who isn't here. This seems to be a recurring pattern in Shared Life, where everybody involved getting something doesn't have any benefit from it, but is getting it for another person, which, I don't know, is that a good thing? Maybe that's a good thing?
Oh, geez!
Oh, well, way to go! So we lost that first fight, and we kept on fishing for more Blood Moon enemies, and we got a lot of them, but we didn't get another Dread Nautilus. I almost feel like the Dread Nautilus, there should be a more concrete way of getting it, because, man, it is hard to get, even when you're trying to do everything you can to boost your odds. Also, on a random side note, I got a gold worm the last time we were on, which I never get, and I got the gummy worm for the first time. You know, I'm the guy who's not fishing, but I got it for myself. And Snake Boy, our fisherman, yeah, he doesn't get it. And after that, because we want to fight a bunch of the mechs today, I decided to go to the underground hollow to farm for some more Souls of Light, because we didn't have, like, any. And the Destroyer and Skeletron Prime were the main ones we were going to fight. And of course, the Skeletron Prime is the only one that requires Souls of Light, but we had 0, so we needed some. But once I got enough and I got all the summons that I wanted, I headed to the dungeon arena so we could prepare for the mech fight. And while we were doing that, Billy decided that he had a much better strategy for getting rid of things in his inventory than just throwing them away.
Where's he?
Guys, I have a really funny idea.
I don't... Wait, why?
Why? Like,
wait, because will it stop spawns or something? Is that what you did?
No, because I just had an Eternia crystal, and I feel like getting rid of it, so I'm just gonna let them destroy the crystal.
We didn't end up finding the Old One's army, in case you're wondering. We did just let it destroy the crystal, because apparently that's a much better way of throwing them away than just throwing them in the trash bin. I don't understand. But after that, it actually turned out that the boys weren't really ready, or at least not all of them were ready to fight the mechs. So I went to the jungle so I could actually get us some more life fruit. Life fruit, I feel, is by far the most tedious thing to get while you're doing a multiplayer run, because they are kind of, well, rare. And there's 4 of us, and we're all trying to get to full health. And believe you me, Shared Life means everybody should have 500 health. There should be no exceptions to that. But it didn't take long for the boys to decide that they were ready to fight the mechs, so we got to sleeping so we could get to the next night. And there's this little tree on the side over here, and, well, it's kind of just become a thing that Winston keeps chopping it down with an axe of regrowth, which means another sapling is put in its place. And it keeps on growing back, and it just keeps on happening. Winston!
Was that? Oh, the tree.
Someone break that sapling now.
Anyways, we finished sleeping until the night, but Winston has been pretty unresponsive today. Winston!
Get up.
What?
Are you awake?
Winston!
No.
Get up!
How much did you have to drink before we started recording?
I only like 2 bottles.
2 bottles of what?
2 bottles of what, indeed? Probably ale. He drinks lots and lots of ale. You also might be wondering why we're fighting the twins right now, because they were the one and only mech boss that we defeated last time. Well, we decided we were going to fight them, so that way we could get more hollowed bars and probably, hopefully, some more hollowed armor, so we could probably make the other bosses a little bit easier. At the moment, only Snake Boy had hollowed armor, so we figured that getting hollowed armor for everybody might be a good idea since we really struggled with the mechs last time.
Guys, arguably Winston fights better drunk.
I guess him drinking all that ale has been on purpose.
The ale has actually helped.
As it would turn out, the ale did not help. But we did lose pretty early on in the night, so we decided that we would fight the Destroyer since he doesn't take very long. He's a pretty quick boss fight so long as you're not kind of dilly-dallying around, so we summoned the Destroyer. On the right.
On your left.
Oh, that's weird. I can't even see his head.
Alright, I just summoned like a metric ton of probes. So
yeah, I'm just trying to destroy them all right now. They're kind of tanky.
Oh yeah, let's stop doing that, please.
Oh! Dude, I'm living them. Oh. Well, that went well.
So that was a waste of a perfectly good mechanical worm. But that's a lot of probes. I wonder what the most probes anybody has ever summoned at once during a destroyer fight is. Because you could get quite a bit of them if you happen to get it to spawn above ground like that and then just whack it as hard as possible. And even after fighting 2 mech bosses and losing both of those fights, we were still only about halfway through the night, so we decided that we were going to actually summon the Destroyer again. But this time, we were going to intentionally not try to hit that one spot where it spawns so we can avoid all those probes, because, well, that caused us a problem. So we decided not to do that, and we actually were getting into a bit of a groove. The probes weren't being nearly as much of a problem, but we still took out most all of the probes, and I was able to get really close to this thing with the crystal shard, which I think works pretty well against the Destroyer. Only problem is that usually there's still a lot of probes, and that'll cause a problem, so I don't think it's typically as viable as it is during this specific fight.
Hey guys, we're almost halfway there. Don't die.
We're kind of farming it right now. Let's go.
Oh, there's like no probes. This is
Rain
awesome.
Fire.
This fight is feeling good. We really think that we can take it down this time. We're all pretty good on health. It's not doing too much damage. Most all of the probes are gone. It's getting really low. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Wait, did it hit you on your screen? It didn't hit me.
Please, no,
come on. It's okay. It's okay. We got it. Okay.
That was not what I expected to do, but yeah, that works. We take it, I guess.
Oh, that feels good. Okay. It felt good indeed. That victory was a very necessary one for our morale, because shared life destroys your morale like nobody's business. When you die because somebody else died, or you die causing everyone else to die, it destroys you. And man, we needed a victory, because last time, again, we lost to Queen Slime over and over again. Then we tried the mechs and we beat the twins, but we couldn't beat any of the others. So having one more mech down was so big for us. And after that, we needed to take a little bit of a break in between the boss fights. I forget why they wanted such a break. I think something was going on for whatever reason. Maybe we were doing some farming, and I, in particular, was spending most of my time farming for more, well, life fruit, because life fruit, I think, is one of the most important things we could be spending our time doing right now. And of course, I'm the only one who's doing it. But the other boys, I know they're doing important things. They're doing very important things with their time. And one of those things is that they want to fight the Old One's army. Now, it's not maybe the most important thing, but there's some good things you can get from the ogre to drop. Like, it's not a bad idea.
Oh, well, it's starting.
Oh, I was gonna get the pirate cannon! Ah!
We've got the first wave, you can buy it.
Yeah, but I can't place it. Has anyone ever used the cannon against the Old One's army? I'm actually really curious now as to whether it's kind of a viable weapon. I never got the chance to use it during this session. So if you want to experiment with the cannon against the Old One's army, let me know how it performs, because now I'm really curious. Maybe I'll try it during our next session. And I did end up actually buying a cannon and just checking to make sure if I could place it or not. But no, of course, the Old One's army prevents you from mining anything, placing anything. And that unfortunately includes the cannon. You may remember that last time we actually were fighting the Old One's army a bunch, but Snake Boy was AFK, so it was only 3 of us against a 4-man Old One's army. And this one was going a lot better. The waves weren't getting anywhere at all. Oh dude, we got the NPCs. Oh, Winston.
You know, I wonder if the defenses will hold it off long enough for us to respawn.
I mean, it did last time
Yes,
when we were doing it,
crossbows,
so I think we
go.
will. And sure enough, they did hold. They held really well. We didn't have any problems. I don't even think they did any damage to the crystal during that wave, at least. And then afterwards, we got all the way to wave 7 with no problems at all. We took down one ogre, and then we took down a second ogre. We got another one of those weird sword things that's kind of useless, and I still question its existence, but we also got the Tome of Infinite Wisdom. I have infinite wisdom now, guys. Let's go.
That's not true.
I'm convinced that's how it works. If you have the Tome of Infinite Wisdom, you probably have infinite wisdom, right? That's how it works. Mage, you know, mages, we're smart people. And after that, I'm sure you can guess exactly what I did. You're correct. I farmed for more life fruit because you need lots and lots of life fruit for us. Let's see, how much do you actually need? It's like 20 per person, and we need 80 life fruit. That's a lot of life fruit. But after some more searching, we went back to the dungeon so we could sleep a little bit more, so we could fight some more mechs. And remember that tree that Winston was cutting down earlier?
Oh, nobody say anything.
Nope, I'm not. I love that we know. Oh, the pirate's back. Nice.
So's the nurse.
Hello.
Oh, the
Not
nurse
for
has
long,
always been
anyway.
here.
No, she died from the destroyer.
Well, yeah, but you know. She loves us. Oh, darn it, he noticed.
It took a couple hours, though, in-game, so it's fine.
So Winston, this entire session has been a little, different. It's been a lot more low-key. And, well, after chopping down the tree, he was doing something. Still, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing here. His mind is that slime.
It's the gel, yeah. It's called mind gel. Very serious condition.
It is. Even though Winston was suffering from mind gel, we still summoned Skeletron Prime in the morning.
Oh, jeez, what's happening?
No, he woke up.
There we go.
He's awake.
Snapped him out of his stupor. I guess sometimes you really need to prompt people in order to get them to wake up. The Skeletron fight was going just about as well as you would think it would be going. It wasn't anything special, it wasn't anything bad, we were just kind of doing our thing.
Oh,
Winston, get to the
please.
nurse!
He's not chasing you.
Winston, go to the nurse!
Go to the
Don't
nurse,
heal.
please.
She's not
alive.
dead. She's alive.
Winston did end up getting to the nurse, which I'll be honest, I was concerned he really wouldn't because he's been a little slower today. So that wasn't our big problem. So we kept on fighting Skeletron, but you know, there's one thing about Skeletron Prime that is a problem if you're using the Shield of Cthulhu, and that is that if you dash into anything, including Skeletron Prime himself, you are dead, because you're going to bounce back into the head and you're not going to escape. So the Shield of Cthulhu can be a very double-edged sword when you're fighting Skeletron Prime.
I know, but oh.
I dashed into a possessed armor and I got stuck in his head.
Oh.
I love boss Zen not being a thing.
After that, we got back to a little bit more of our speed sleeping, and then we fought Skeletron Prime again. This one, again, it's nothing extraordinary, I guess. We kept on fighting it about the way that you would expect. We didn't really change our strategy hardly at all. We aren't using potions. It's just keep on fighting it and do better. Get good, boy. But I will say that this time, we did do a lot better than we did other times before it.
Okay, both dead.
There we go. Just ahead.
Just don't get caught. Oh, he's lagging all over the place. Run!
Uh-oh.
I'll take care of werewolves for the moment, I guess.
Yeah,
Until he
right.
stops like teleporting on my
Werewolves
screen.
might be more dangerous than he
Oh,
is.
Winston, careful.
Oh, I don't like how close it looks like he is.
He's not getting hit.
He's not.
He was like a pixel
Yeah,
away.
I would not be able to do that with my network right now.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was just us seeing him lag a little bit, or
Oh no, I think he was right there.
genuinely that
no.
close.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that was a werewolf. Oh, Cloud Guy. Oh, I did not
Please
see
do
it.
not die to
don't.
an angry Nimbus right now.
Oh, I
He's
almost
down.
did. I did not see that.
Where's he at?
Oh, he's only got 3,000.
Oh,
Come
damn.
on.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Yes!
Let's go.
Oh.
Easy money.
If
we
only
get the
we were doing
master
this
drop?
well last time. If we had been doing this well last time, we probably could have fought Plantera today, but whatever. We are just happy that we were able to defeat the mechs, and that, I think, is enough for us. Defeating the mechs is a landmark part of progression, and that also means that we can finally mine some chlorophyte. And of course, for whatever reason, I'm the only one who wants to go to the jungle these days, so I went to the jungle to mine a whole bunch of chlorophyte. And the boys, they were actually saying that they might just keep their hollowed armor instead of going for chlorophyte against Plantera, which I think is a major mistake. So I kept on mining more chlorophyte for them when they will change their minds, because I will tell them to change their minds, and I have that kind of authority. So, so we will get to that probably next session, seeing how that works and whether they will prove me wrong with hollowed armor. I know it gives you a dodge, guys, but the auto cannon on your head, chlorophyte armor is fantastic. And I also want to say, I really prefer Ranger chlorophyte armor over Shroomite armor. I really don't get Shroomite armor and why people like it so much. It does give you some more defense, it does give you slightly better stats, but I think the auto cannon on your head alone overcomes any of those deficiencies for chlorophyte armor. And at the same time, Shroomite armor, its main benefit comes when you're standing still. And especially in single player, when can you stand still? It doesn't really turn you that invisible, and enemies are going to hit you anyways. Maybe with multiplayer, it'll work, or would work a little bit better, because it could be targeting other people and I could really stay still. So maybe I'll go back to Shroomite, but for now, chlorophyte armor I really think is the way to go, even for Rangers. We also decided before the session ends that we should fight the Queen Slime, because we have not been doing very well against the Queen Slime, and we needed to prove we could beat her. So clearly, with our evenly balanced weapons and in the proper order of things, we fought Queen Slime.
Guys, I killed
we did it! We actually did it! Let's go!
Wow, we were definitely on level for that.
Yeah.
We still almost died.
And as sad as it might be to admit, we actually came really close to losing the Queen Slime again. And no, we didn't try any other times. I didn't cut anything out. We only had the one fight. But yeah, that was something else. We also discovered that there's something about the Queen Slime mount that people are not using it for, that they really should be using it for.
Oh, this is a trampoline.
If you just use the slime mount on a bunch of dummies, then it's a really fun trampoline. You just keep on bouncing, and we legitimately spent like the next 10 minutes just kind of bouncing on these dummies and having a really good time. And Winston also thought that it might be more fun when we were bouncing faster, but I kind of like the bigger bounce rather than just the tiny fast bounces. I think that's a lot more fun for our trampoline. But that's the end of session 5. A little bit of a shorter session. Our schedules weren't quite aligning nearly as much, but I hope that you enjoyed it. We finally defeated the mechs, and next time we're going to be trying to beat Plantera.